Andy Tobin now.
Thank you for coming over from the State House to participate in a bang up panel, but it's also about the advocacy and business of sports as a business development agent. So talk about that.
Yeah, so I think what you're seeing here today is this $150 million improvement out here in the West Valley, which is just one piece of what this sports esports commerce means to Arizona. I mean, the growth that's in here, the amount of tourism we get, but and we talked about earlier on the panel the amount that contributes into other communities that aren't necessarily in the valley. I mean, we've got the little golf tournament over here that's 725,000 people. Oh, we have the Fiesta Bowl that comes in and does so much for our communities, but it spreads out. You got the Diamondbacks helping the Native American communities put together baseball parks in places that would not have had them without it. So I think if folks would take a moment to look and see what this picture would like in our commerce across across the state, from high tech to universities to whatever, what would it look like without sports? And I think when you start taking a picture of that, it looks very dim, so but we're on top of it here now.
Tourism folks would say it's really important to use the tourism aspect to attract a snowy person from Wisconsin and see the Phoenix Open.
Right.
Your job also is to turn those into strong business leads.
Yeah.
How do you do that?
It's being able to share that story. Folks who come here for weather and a beautiful day like this and to watch a race, but the other piece is they can come here and 2 hours from now they could be skiing up north. Yeah. So while they can get out of the snow in their driveway, they don't miss having to get a chance to go ski. So it gives us a chance to expose what Arizona is as Southwest capital of business and finance, but also the gateway to the Americas, and of course the number one growth state in the country. Arizona State University is the number one university of innovation in the country right now, and so those things all add up. So and when we get their CEOs or we get their executives that come here and participate in this process, we get a chance to hang on to them. And we get a chance to say, hey, have you seen the economic development opportunities? And that's what sells us here.
What is the biggest challenge that you have in terms of attracting business and retaining existing business?
Well, I think when you start looking at the political ramifications of what happens at the Capitol, always values that. But when you have a governor like Governor Ducey, it really helps when you got a guy in there who can read a balance sheet,
right? And
he can talk and promote
and the former state treasurer,
that's right. So and the former CEO of an ice cream company. I guess I can say Cold Stone Creamery.
Sure you can.
But at the end of the day, you have somebody who gets it. Here's an Arizona State grad who made successful his opportunity when he came to Arizona from Ohio. Here he is. He's growing this state, but he's growing. Yesterday he's in Tucson. We have big states out here in the West, obviously, and there's a lot of distance to go. And he's all over, but he's inviting and he's sincere. And I think when you start seeing what really the makeup of our neighborhood here is in the state of Arizona, that attracts it. The growth in our student body that is ready for this job workforce is just incredible. So he's got everything working on all full cylinders, and I think that's what the business community wants to see before they make that final investment here. And I think that's what he's bringing.
From a national perspective, business development, states can do what they want to manipulate tax structure.
Right.
What's the federal government's responsibility to make sure business has it easier than they did before?
Boy, that's an easy question. I just want them to stay out of our way.
Got it.
I said, listen, if you let us compete, we'll be just fine. And whether it's Raytheon, Arizona's number one manufacturing facility, growth in the country right now, and that's because our state government gets out of the way so our governor can do his job. And if the federal government would just leave us alone for a little bit and take care of the things you need to, but give us a break and let us move forward.
So Andy Tobin has a lot to say, and both of them work really well in tandem to bring events to Arizona.